I know I've been posting a little bit about Everest. People think I'm climbing to the top. Let me tell you a little bit about my trip. It has been my mom's dream to climb to the base camp of Everest. If you're not familiar with that, on Mount Everest, which is the highest mountain in the world, I think, at least the highest one you can climb, there's like the peak, right? And that's everything you've seen all the documentaries about and whatever. And you know, a little bit lower than that, there's the base camp. And everybody that hikes to the top pretty much has to hike to the base camp as well. I think now they can helicopter, but traditionally you hike to the base camp. And it's called the base camp because everybody who hikes to the top has to stay there for a certain number of time. I think it's a couple weeks, and they stay there to acclimate and get themselves used to the elevation, and also just to wait for weather testing to see when they can climb up to the top. But it's also a very popular hike just in general to hike to the base camp of Everest. So my family and I decided we were going to do it in April. Now, not all of us are going, it's just a couple of us. So my mom, me, Brooklyn, Dakota, some of our extended family, and then my roommate Charlie is coming with me. It's not super difficult. I put that in harsh stars after, because the amount that you're hiking every day is not too much. It's only like 3 to 5 miles for a total of like 80 miles. It's like a 12-day trip. The elevation is so high. Like at the end, we're basically climbing at like 18 or 19,000 feet. It's so high that essentially they say if you lose your breath at all, you'll never get it back. So they take you so slow to make sure that you never like are out of breath. So my roommate and I have kind of devised a plan starting this month in August, because right now we're about 8 months away from our trip in April. Month number 1, we're starting very, very slow. And if anything, it's mostly just like a mental shift to, okay, yeah, we're actually doing this. And yeah, like we actually need to be consciously thinking about how we can prepare ourselves for this. The biggest thing that we're doing is one hike every weekend, and then hopefully increasing our intervals to, by the time we actually hike, hit 40 hikes before we hike Everest. Other than that, my roommate and I do cardio twice a week, some form of cardio. I prefer bike riding, or we go to the gym and do some cardio there. And the other thing that we've been focusing on a lot is our like nutrition and just making sure we're eating healthy. So last week we hiked to like a beautiful waterfall. We actually took the wrong turn and ended up on a different hike than we intended, but it was really pretty.
Oh, oh my gosh.
This time we're going up a different canyon, up to a reservoir, and we're hiking like around it, and then afterwards our plan is to swim in the reservoir. This is my little hiking pack. I got this from REI, and technically I think it's like a running vest. I liked it for hiking. It felt like it was just what I needed, so that's the one that I got. One of the reasons I did get this bag is because of the camel that's in it. That's what I called it growing up. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but that's the water pack that's inside. So that lets me drink water out of this while I'm hiking, and I don't have to like bring a water bottle. We have some natural bug spray because last week we got eaten alive. This is technically like athletic tape, but it's amazing for blisters. My uncle actually recommended it, and so we've had this and we've kept it in our bags. As we break in our shoes, this is like the most important thing we have. And then this right here is just a windbreaker in case it rains. Now I'll throw some snacks and stuff into here, some extra stuff for Hiccup because he comes with us when he can, if the dogs are allowed on the hike. And then the other thing that I have that is so important is this speaker. I love listening to music while hiking, so this always stays here.
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib. Yay. This is it, 12 miles. Let's get it. Let's get it. Woo!
We finished our hike, and Charlie and I are both dead. Like actually dead. I felt sick this morning, but that was a nasty hike. We ended up swimming, and now I'm wearing Charlie's shirt because I didn't have any clothes, and I buttoned it wrong. I'm kind of a disaster. That's how it's gonna be. These are the shoes I got. They're La Sportiva. I tried on a couple different shoes, and these were by far my favorite. So I ended up going with the leather ones just because I thought they'd be sturdier and maybe a little bit warmer at the top of base camp. At this point, they're like all really dirty because I've hiked so much in them, but we're really trying to break them in. And so far, I've been really, really, really happy with these shoes. I'll put a link in the bio. And now I'm going on a run. Our run is done, and they could greet me at the door. Good morning, everybody. I just woke up. There was some Amazon packages on my front door. I got both of these on Prime Day because they're a lot cheaper. So I haven't gotten a ton of my gear, but I'm slowly trying to collect things as I go. So when you're hiking, you're not sleeping in tents, you're sleeping in what's called tea huts or tea houses. And they've kind of built like little villages. So you're staying in like a little room and there's like a bed with a mattress. There's obviously like no electricity, and to a point, there's also no running water. And it gets so cold, like you have to have like a sleeping bag that can go up to -20 degrees. And a lot of people, want to take pictures and film and stuff like that, where they just want to have their phone. I don't really care about the last ones, but at least for the pictures and videos, because I am a photographer, I wanted something that was going to charge my batteries. I saw this girl have this, which is a solar powered like charging bank. And essentially what they did is they like strapped it to their backpack while they hiked during the day, and then it would just like charge everything. They said it was like their #1 product recommend for anybody doing it. So I got it, and I'm super excited to try it and actually use it on the mountain. Now, the next one I got is kind of a joke. It's a training device that limits your air supply. I don't think I would actually really use this for a long time exercising, just because I know like lack of oxygen can really damage your brain. But I mostly just got it to send videos to my family about what it's like to actually be at these elevations. But I'll show y'all. Y'all will be able to hear my breathing, and it looks freaky and it sounds stupid. This is showing when it's like at 2,000 feet. Pretty good. I feel like that's pretty basic breathing. Okay, I'm gonna do 16. Okay, definitely much harder. And now 18,000, both all the way down. Oh man. Yeah, that's no joke. It's nice to kind of feel like what we'll be feeling and prepare myself for that as much as I can. That's mostly why I got this mask. I don't know, maybe we'll do a hike with it on. That's kind of scary. That's making me a little bit nervous. Good morning, everybody. Today is supposed to be the last day, well, our last hike of the month, but I actually am going to a funeral instead, so I will not be hiking this week. My other friend, Ty Bots, some of y'all know him, he's actually coming with us too to base camp of Everest. So he and I live pretty close together, so he's actually been doing some hiking with us. I forgot to tell y'all that he's coming. I feel like he's announced it. I hope so, because I don't want to be the one who leaks that. Thank y'all so much for watching. We're starting very slow, just not trying to burn ourselves out. The biggest thing I think is doing all those hikes every weekend, and I'm lucky to live in Utah where there's a ton of hikes around. So let me know if y'all are interested more in this series. I can do a video every month or whatever, showing more of our increase in training and what we're doing closer to Everest or a gear haul. Let me know, and I will see you guys later. Bye.